Most people don't and will never own a meaningful amount of XRP. All right, so let's just get into it. Most people will never own, or they don't right now, own a meaningful amount of XRP. And so I just Googled what's a meaningful amount of XRP. And according to AI, we love AI, right? 1,000 or more XRP. So if you own 1,000 or more, considered to own a meaningful amount of XRP. And then according to this, these are some of the barriers of why people don't, by Pumpius. I love that name. I don't know where they got that name, but I love it. Pumpius. Excuse me. So the cognitive barrier, they don't consider that these investors may not want to acquire XRP due to a lack of understanding of the cryptocurrency. He suggested that the average retail investor still thinks XRP is just another cryptocurrency without the understanding that the coin serves as a financial infrastructure. So again, I mean, XRP isn't the only one, but it is, they have financial utility and stuff, and they're trying to do the international border payments, cross-border payments, cheaper and faster than anyone, right? And slowly getting adoption and stuff, and they're, they have utility behind it within finance, where not all cryptos have that, and some don't even have any utility, like meme coins and stuff. Which, not to knock meme coins too hard, I used to own meme coins. I don't anymore, because they are just a lot of pump and dumps and hype, and there's no utility. And for me, I didn't follow my investing plan and everything. The emotional barrier, again, these individuals usually crave hype over value. He asserted that XRP is not a meme coin and does not promise to give investors 100x gains within 5 hours. Most investors may never buy XRP because they can't handle delayed gratification, which, if you know XRP and the XRP army, there's a lot of patience in there. And, I had to learn patience, and I'm, I guess, happy to say, I am part of the patient group in XRP, but I had to learn it, but there's time and time again, I've just seen the XRP army is resilient, and they are patient, and whales are buying, and people are, it's like kind of coming in under the radar a little bit, that I'm like, stuff is happening with Ripple and XRP, and it seems that people just aren't really following it, or are skeptical, which, you should have risk and be skeptical and learn and watch videos like this and read articles and whatnot, but I'm like, stuff is happening. And again, we're early in crypto. The behavior barrier, Pumpius is also pointing it to behavioral patterns as a reason many people will never own a significant amount of XRP. He argued that these investors tend to chase trends rather than adopt long-term strategies like DCA or disciplined holding. Which, something like this has utility. It's patience helps, where a meme coin, you're like, you just need hype, for it to go up. And if you don't have that, it's hard to hold and think, hope one day hype is going to come back in and it's going to push the price higher. This actually has utility, and their XRP is being burnt, and it's getting adoption, and it's trying to provide a service, trying to fix something that is an issue right now in our payment system. So it's like a lot of stuff that I would rather invest and bank on that than just hype, right? DCA. I DCA in one of my last videos. I told you my DCA strategy, which is dollar cost average for XRP, is $10 a day, and I just automate it. I had already a decent size, at least for me, decent size bag of XRP, so now I just do $10 a day, and that's my strategy. That's what works for me. And then, so here's another article I'll share real quick. Here's what 2,000 XRP could be worth by the end of 2025, so 6 months from now. The first scenario, conservative market cap, if it reaches 30% dominance again, which I think is what it hit when it spiked, right? Right now, or at least 10 days ago, it was around 4% of the overall market cap, crypto market cap. Bitcoin was 62%, Ethereum around 10%, where everything else was, took in the difference. But if it reached again back up to 30% market dominance, then current price of $213, which I think it's up a little bit today, the recording of this video, this scenario implies a target price of around $17. This would bring the value of 2,000 XRP, so if you own 2,000 XRP, to 34,200. That's a potential return of 635%, even without an overall market cap growth, without any overall market cap growth. So that would be, 635% is amazing, especially in 6 months. If it did that by the end of 2025, is an amazing return. The S&P 500 does 10% annually, average. Yeah, average is 10%. So to get 635% in 6 months is amazing. And that is the fun stuff, in crypto, is there's obviously speculation and there's risk, right? But it has a potential to do crazy returns like that. And especially in XRP, that is still has that room to run. I do believe it still has a 50x in it, and maybe 100x. And again, that's going to be patience, and that's going to be time, that's going to be adoption, it's going to be so many things and years down the road, in my opinion. But it's potential, and it's something that is looking more and more favorable and likely to happen. Scenario 2, market cap doubles and XRP hits $34. So at 30, with the same 30% market dominance, XRP's price would rise to $34.20 under the projection. This projection, 2,000 XRP tokens could be worth $68,400, representing a gain of over 1,370%. Whoa, from current levels. The technical pattern supports bullish outlook. So the target price from this chart formation is approximately $30. This is extremely bullish, pointing out, Steph noted, pointing out how the chart pattern supports both a market cap doubling and a return to historical dominance levels, which is, 30%. My personal opinion, in 6 months, by the end of 2025, to get to $30 or $34 would be wild. I can't say I don't see it happening, or it can't happen. I'll say this. I don't see it happening. It could happen, but I don't see that happening. I could see $17 be more likely, but let me just give you this. If it doubles, it goes to $5, which is roughly, a double, 100%. By the end of this year, in 6 months, that is amazing return on investment. So if you put $1,000 in and it doubles and you make 1,000, right, and you get the 1,000 back, so you have 2,000, you have $1,000 profit, and you get that in 6 months, that's amazing. Not let alone if like it goes to $17 or $30. That would be just off the walls, crazy, amazing, and will hit that eventually. Take time. Again, I don't know about the end of this year. Could, but that's what I'm just saying. Like, even if it doubles, even it goes up 100% and it doubles, you still make 100% in 6 months, which again, the S&P averages annually 10%. So that would take 10 years to hit 100%, right? In the S&P. So it's like, that would be a great return on investment. But yeah, I just wanted to share those articles with you guys. I'm just getting back in the saddle. I was out last week on vacation with the fam, so just getting back to it. So thanks for watching. Check out my channel, subscribe, like, do all that jazz. Comment if you have any questions or concerns or whatever. Comment whatever you want. It's your life, as long as it's not going to get flagged on YouTube. But your life, do whatever you want. Check out some more of my videos, or go do whatever else you want to do. But thanks for stopping in, thanks for watching, and catch you guys on the next one. Peace.